Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video, and in today's video we are going to finally build this object-oriented website with JavaScript. Alright, so this is what we are going to build. It looks like a fairly simple website where if you guys were going to build like this with just like simple HTML and CSS, you would basically put all these values that you see in here, Ronaldo, Messi, for all of you guys that you like football. This is like a cool project because you will see like, you will ask, why tell me, why I could just like build these like with just simple HTML and CSS. But the good thing is with object-oriented JavaScript, you can make these as objects and you can have all this kind of data really well organized on your backend. And it will be much easier for you to just change something. So yeah, that's what it's all about, and especially for all of you guys that you like football as well, it will be a really interesting project. So yeah, so basically whatever you guys see in here, it's gonna come all this data from our JavaScript file, where we are gonna build all these objects and classes and basically using object-oriented programming. I've researched a lot here on YouTube, and I kind of didn't find like too many examples like a cool small project like this, so I decided to build it. So basically, as you guys can see in here, for example, I'm obviously I'm a fan of Ronaldo because he's from Portugal as well, but I also like Messi. I don't say that one is better than the other. I think both of them are great, but in here, look, for example, I have Ronaldo versus Messi. All of this text is coming from the backend, and for example, in here it says today is Tuesday. So this is all automatic, from JavaScript classes and everything. So for example, if you are watching this in another day, if you build this by yourself, it will, if you are doing this, for example, on a Sunday, it will be there like Sunday. So it will catch the day of the week that you are actually in there. This text in here will do the same, like grabbing the name Ronaldo and his club, the actual image. You can just swap it based on the player, their country, their club, everything. I just put here like some random things like goals, the foot, the speed, like kind of a FIFA, kind of a FIFA stats. I just put this like kind of random. Yeah, I don't say that this is accurate or anything. So yeah, also I put something like this. For example, the stadium. I put, for example, from midnight until noon, like from 12 in the midnight at 12 in noon, yeah, like the morning, it will be like a background with a stadium that is during the day. And after, for example, if it's during the night, like for example now that I'm recording is almost like 9 o'clock, yeah, it's going to be a stadium like this, a background with a stadium at night. So all of this is going to be automatic with JavaScript. So right, let's start with this. So in this project, I'm going to start just with this empty canvas. This is not like a HTML and CSS tutorial. So basically, I just want to do JavaScript and object-oriented programming in here. So I'm not going to go like how did I build this table and something. But if you guys in the end want this kind of code, the files or anything, just send me an email and I'll send you this. So basically, we have in here like empty background, just a background and a table where we're going to put all these things. So yeah, let's go here to our code. And if I go in here to my JavaScript file, this is all my index file with all my code. I put in here the reference to use jQuery to make sure jQuery is on my file, and I put the reference to my JavaScript file in here in the end. So in here, first of all, let's start to see like what is an object in JavaScript. So basically, an object, guys, is just like something that you can put some information, some data in. So I'm just going to give an example in here. I'm going to start with let player equals to curly braces. So basically, I'm just putting this. So if you guys are just asking, hey, tell me, why are you just like putting let instead of var? I'm just following now the latest ES6 JavaScript convention, basically I could use var. I'm gonna actually make a video about like the difference between let and var based on the latest JavaScript ES6, but yeah, this is not the video for it, but I'm just gonna put let, and it's gonna work the same as var, as you guys will see. But yeah, so this is an object. I'm gonna create it. So I'm creating an object called player, and in an object in JavaScript you should give like two things, like a key and a value. So basically it's like a pair. So basically a key is something like this. I'm going to put, for example, name. I'm going to put name, and I'm going to put colon, and after that I'm going to put, for example, in a string, Ronaldo. And if I need to put another pair of key, this is a key in here, and this is the value. So basically, if I want to grab the name of the player, I just put in here. This is the name, and this is the value. If I need to put another one, for example, I'm going to put in here country flag. I just gave it this name, and I'm going to put a semicolon, and in here now I'm going to put, for example, Portugal. Yeah. So if I want to access this value in here now, let me just save this. If I want to access this value in here now, I just have to do, for example, just to test it out, console.log, and I'm going to put player, which is the name of our object, and I'm going to put dot name. And basically, if I do this player.name, it should give me this value in here, Ronaldo. So let's try it out. I'm just saving it. I'm going to open my browser. Let's open the developer tools, right click, inspect. Just push this a little bit in here, console. Okay, let me save this. Let's refresh, and there you go. Console.log Ronaldo, you see? And now I'm going to do the same for the country flag. So console.log, I'm going to put in here player dot, and the name in here, country flag. Okay, so we have Ronaldo and we have Portugal. These two values that we had in there. So basically this is what we wanted, guys. So this is how you like create like an object. So in an object you give it a name, player. For example, I gave it a name player, and then inside you need to build some key value pairs. So this is a pair, this is a key, what's it called, a key, and this is a value. So this is a key again, and this is a value, and you separate them by a comma. You see this comma in here? The last one doesn't take a comma. So for example, if I'm going to put another one, I need to put in here. For example, I'm going to put club. So club, and I'm going to put in here Real Madrid. You see, this, since this is the last key value pair, I don't need to put any comma in here. Let me just do another console.log for you guys to see. And in here, I'm going to put club. So club, let's refresh the page, and it's coming here, Real Madrid. This is what the console.log is doing, you know, just for us to see. This is just for developers. A console.log is just for the developers to test things, to make sure that they are working. Right, so in here, we are getting this. And now there is another thing in objects. So we got these ones, key value pairs, but we can also do in these objects, we can use something called methods. A method basically is just a function that you are putting in there. So let's put in here a method for you guys to understand. A method is basically a function that you are putting inside of an object. So this is the object, let player, is almost the same as var player, you know. I'm going to explain the difference between let and var in another video, guys. But so far, let's just use this. So I'm going to put in here a method. So let's say it in here, say hello. So say hello, I'm going to put like this, because a method is a function. We just call it the method because it is a function inside of an object. So in here, I'm going to put this, and what I'm going to write in here, I'm going to type return. So this is, I have to type this return because I want the, when we run this function in here, I want to return something from there. And in here now, guys, we're going to put these tilted quotes. You see, is not the regular ones like this. You see, it's not this one, and is not this one, single quotes or double quotes. These are the tilted quotes. I don't know how you guys, I can show you here on my keyboard. It's just like this. I don't know if you can see these ones in here. Okay, so we are using these tilted quotes, and in here I'm going to write down hi, it's, and then I'm going to grab this name in here to be like a dynamic. So I'm going to put $, and I'm going to put curly braces, and I'm going to put this dot name from, and I'm just going to explain this in a second now, from this dot country flag. Imagine. So basically in here, I'm just saying return hi, it's, and I'm going to open $, this dot name. So basically this dot name, what is going to say? This is referring to this object. So this is going to be the player. It's going to be this dot name. So basically it's going to replace this bit of code for whatever we have in here. And from, I'm going to put again in here this dot country flag. So it's gonna be the final result, like it's Ronaldo from Portugal. So let's save this, and I'm going to do a console.log. Console.log, and I'm going to put in here now player dot say hello. Say hello. So look in here how you have to put this. Player dot say hello to grab this, whatever is in here. Let's just refresh. And look, hi, it's Ronaldo from Portugal. You see, you actually didn't hard coded what's in here, but you got it in there, right? Okay, so basically we already covered in here like what's a key value pair and what's a method is a function in here inside of the object, is a function inside of the so now let's start just like populating, like putting some values in here. So first of all, let's create in here where it says country. I want to put the country flag, right? So to put the country flag, I'm gonna come in here to my folder where I have like my files and everything, and in my img folder I have Portugal in here, like a flag from Portugal. So I'm gonna say in here country flag, I'm gonna put this img slash portugal.jpg. So this is like the kind of the source file for the source file for my image. So in here, let's go to our index.html, and in here, where do I put the country? It's going to be in here. So I have this country left. So country left. So it's going to be country for the player on the left and country for the player on the right. So I have this class in here, and I have a source. Look, it's empty. That's why it's not displaying nothing. But we're going to put this with JavaScript. So if we go, for example, to Google and we put jQuery image src. So we just go, for example, for this one. This is what we do all the time, guys. When we don't know, we just go to Google and we search this. And look, there is something in here. We can just copy, go to my code, and now I can delete all of these console.logs because I don't need them. And I can just do these. So country left, I'm just like targeting these with jQuery. I'm gonna put country left. Yeah, that's the one. And I'm putting attribute. This is like from jQuery, and I want to target this one, the source attribute from that image. And the second one, I'm going to put, instead of a string like this, I could put like this kind of path that is in there, but I don't want. I'm going to put this one straight away from the object. So I'm going to put player dot country flag. So basically, I'm grabbing this with jQuery, this element in here, which is an image. Look, with a country left class, and I'm gonna get the source attribute source, and I want to put inside the value of player.countryFlag, which I put in here, right? So if I go in here now and I refresh, there it is. You see, this is you are building objects and updating the page with it. So basically that's it. Now let's go, for example, for name. If I go in here, look, for example, I have this part in here, it says name, and I want to update this one in here that says name left. In here is empty, as you can see, there is nothing. So I'm gonna do this. I'm going in here and I'm gonna do this. Name left, and I want to do the text, update the text that is in there, and inside of the text I'm going to put player.name semicolon. Let's refresh the page and see, and name Ronaldo. There you go. It's looking good. Now let's go for another one for the club. Okay, for the club, instead of putting in here Real Madrid, we're going to do the same like for the flag. We're going to put a path for the logo. So there it is. So it's a PNG file. So I'm going to put img/Real Madrid.png, and in here I'm going to put select, and let's see in here what's it called for the club. So club left. Let's go back in here. I'm going to put club left. This is a class. Let's put a dot in there, and I'm going to put dot. It's going to be the same, yeah, like an image. Yeah, it's an image. So we're going to copy basically what's in here. I'm going to target the attribute of this element, the source, and I'm going to put player.club. Club, there it is. Let's refresh. It's there. And now let's do just like quickly for the goals, food, speed. So for the goals, let's put in here like goals, and I'm gonna put in here, for example, now I can put like a number because this is a number. So I'm gonna put goals. So it's goals 200. Let's say food. I'm gonna put food. I'm gonna put both. It's not like this that I write food. How is it? Okay, so I'm gonna put food both. And what else can we put in here? Speed, shoot, and passing. So speed, shoot, and passing. Okay, so speed, let's say I'm gonna put 98, and I'm gonna put in shoot, I'm gonna put 95. You can put whatever you want, you know. And passing, I'm gonna put like 91. Okay, remember to put all the time a comma separating them. Just the last one, it doesn't need any comma. Okay, so in here I'm going to put quickly just some comments saying this is updating country flag. In here I'm going to put updating player name. In here I'm gonna put updating player club. And yeah, I'm not just gonna like put all of these things, you know, because it's just like losing time. So I'm just gonna put the goals, and you guys can put the rest. You guys can see how it is, so I can progress like for the image and for the rest. So now let's say, for example, I want to go for the goals. I'm gonna go in here and let me just target what's for the goals in here, right? So in here I'm gonna put a class of goals left, like goals from player from the left, right? So I'm gonna put in here goals left dot text, and it's gonna be player dot goals. Player dot goals. Let's refresh, and there it is. Okay, now let's just update the image first of all. So the image, let's discover in here where is the image for the player. So this is the one in here. I'm gonna write it down. Image, there is no class, so I'm just gonna give it in here, class of player image left. Okay, so I'm going in here and I'm gonna put player image left, and I'm gonna get the attribute, and the attribute is going to be source, and I need to create it in here because I still didn't create it. So I'm going to put in here player image. I'm going to give it this name, this key, and the path to it, let's check in here, is going to be ronaldo.png. So img/ronaldo.png. Let's put a comma in there, and the same in here, player image. Let's refresh, and here is our Ronaldo. Okay, so now we have this. Let's just add this bit of text in here from our method that we create in here, and I can just write down this is, and you're gonna target this name. So it's gonna say this is Ronaldo from, and this dot country is going to be oh right, so I need to write down something in here because now this country flag is going to replace with a path. So from Portugal. Yeah, so this is fine. I'm going to update this say hello in here. So I'm going to target this dot text, and in here is going to be player dot say hello, and let's target, where is it? I want this one in here. So I'm gonna put in here a class of player title. So there is nothing in there, as you can see in this paragraph. So if I go back in here, I'm just gonna put this player title, and there you go. This is Ronaldo from Portugal. And look, this is from this method, this thing that we created in here. Basically, guys, as you can see, you can now, if I wanted, imagine like I want to change this thing in here. Imagine that I had a lot of these things going on all over my code, you know. Imagine that I have like 2, 3, 4 times. I'm just going to put them in, for example, these flag, I'm going to put it in here on foot speed or foot, for example, just in foot for you guys to see. So let me just grab these. So where is the foot? So I'm going to put in here a class of foot left. So this is just an example. I'm going to put in here, for example, foot left, and I'm going to put a text. No, it's not going to work. It had to be with an image. It doesn't matter. You guys understand like what I'm trying to say. Like if you guys are using this with JavaScript, if you are going to use this image like a lot of times, if you were doing this with HTML, you would have to go one by one changing everything. But if you are using in here JavaScript, you just have to go in here to the top and you change once in here and it's going to change everywhere. You know, this is like how powerful it is. Right. Okay, so this is done. We have this. Let's now just oh god, let's just now put this like a little bit dynamic with the background, you know. So for that, let me just go back in here. I'm going to create a variable called date. So date equals to new date. So basically what this does, guys, yeah, that's it. So basically what this does is JavaScript gets the current day of right now. Because look, for example, if I'm going in here and I do console.log, and I'm gonna just like log this value out, look, date, Tuesday, January 16, 2018, and right now is 9:11. So basically this is the time right now. This is like a method from JavaScript, guys. So you can use this anytime that you want to have like some kind of time, hour, day, or whatever. So now let's check the day for today. So for that, I'm just going to create in here like another variable called day. And this is going to be a date. This is the previous one, our date that we just created, dot get day. I think it's like this. If I log this value now, I refresh. Oh, it's not in here. Let me just save it. I didn't save. And it gets like 2. That's because when JavaScript is logging these values, it's going to give a value 1 to Monday, value 2 for Tuesday, 3 for Wednesday, and so forward. We need to create just an array for that. So let's go back in here quickly, and I'm going to create in here var with the name weekday. Is going to be equals to an empty array, so there is nothing in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a weekday 0. I'm going to start in here equals to Sunday, and then I'm going to do the same for all the rest. So basically 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember that the first value of an array, we start with an index of 0. So Sunday, Monday. I had a video before explaining about arrays and stuff. If you guys want, just go and check it out on my other JavaScript application that I built. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And now I just need to create this variable and saying like weekday, and it's going to be day. And in here now, as you guys can see, so we created basically in here, we are getting a value of 0, 1, 2, 3. Look, so for example, today is Tuesday. the number 0 is going to be Sunday, number 1 is going to be Monday, number 2 is going to be Tuesday. That's what's the day today. This is like exactly, if you're going to run this, whatever moment you are, is going to be different, guys, yeah? So in here now, look, I created an array. So weekday equals to an empty array, and I'm just like putting some values in, you know, like this, weekday 0. So it's going to be the first value is going to be equals to Sunday, the second to Monday, and so on. And in here, look, whatever day is coming in here. So for example, now day equals to 2, as we saw in there. So weekday 2, look, weekday 2 is going to be Tuesday. So now I'm going to just update this value, and where is in here? I'm going to put in here, for example, in this h3. So I'm going to grab this h3 dot text, and I'm going to put this variable n that we just created. I'm going to put something like this in here. Today is, and I'm going to give a space and a plus to concatenate with this variable. And let's see what's in here. Today is Tuesday, and yeah, basically now I'm just missing that here at the top, like this h1. I think there is no other h1. Yeah. So, oops. If I'm going in here, h1. Okay, I'm going to target this. And I'm going to say h1, and I'm going to put in here. The text is going to be player.name plus and versus Messi. I'm just putting this one as a string that I'm hard coding because we didn't build the Messi one, you know, the object for Messi. But we're going to do this in the next video, guys. Let's just see this. Ronaldo versus Messi. So Ronaldo is coming from here, from our object that we built. I'm just going to put in here like this. Versus, so it looks a bit better. Yeah. Right, so I need to give it a little bit of space. So I'm going to give it this one. Okay. So this is fine. So this one is coming from our kind of database, our object that we built. Messi is going to come like when we're going to build the object for Messi, you know. So yeah, now we are just missing like the background quickly. Let me just go in here and check the time. Like I said that I was going to do this about the time. So now if I want to create the hours, I'm going to put in here let hours is going to be equals to date, our date that we create in here, dot get hours. I think it's like this. Let's just log this number to see what's the hour now. So if I go in here, so right now is 21. It means that it's 9 o'clock in the evening, and I want this to be with a different background when it's like during the morning until 12 in the noon, and from there to the evening I want it to be this other stadium during the night. So let's put an if statement in here. I'm going to put an if statement in here like if hours, this is what we created in here, if hours is going to be less than 12, it means that is in the morning. No, less than 13, so we can grab the 12, yeah. So I'm gonna grab my let me see, actually I need to go and check where is coming container. Okay, so I need to go to the container. I'm gonna grab my container. container. Oops, it was not this that I want to do. And I'm going to do a .css for the property, and it's going to be background image. I'm going to put a comma, and in here I'm going to put the value. I should create something in here. Yeah, like stadium day, and I'm going to give it a value of img dash. So let me go in here, img and stadium day. This is what I have, and this is a JPEG file. .jpeg, and the other one is going to be stadium night. So stadium night, and I'm going to give it night in here because I have the stadium night in here. Okay, so in here I'm going to put the second value, player, because I'm grabbing this player object in here, player dot stadium day. So stadium day is going to have this value. So basically it's going to be this image in here, stadium, as you can see. If not, it's going to be this one at the night. Right, so it's going to do this. If hours is less than 13, it's going to be this. Else, I'm going to grab this and I'm going to put in here stadium night. Okay, let's refresh the page and see. Okay, something is not working well in here. .css. Let me see. All right, sorry, I have to put in here like .url, and I'm gonna open this like a string, and I need to close it and put a string in there. But now, since this is a variable, I need to cut this off. So this is going to be like this, URL, and I need to close this and put a plus and this. Okay, that should work fine now. Okay, still not. Okay, because we need the same for this one now. So this is night. Let's refresh, and there it is. Now, since we are in the night, Ronaldo versus Messi, today is Tuesday, so he's grabbing everything like automatically. And since we are in the night right now, he's grabbing this one. But let's try in here, for example, if I'm saying that hours equals to, let's say 8. Let's say that hours is 8 in the morning right now. I'm just forcing this value. Now it's during the day, you see? I'm just gonna get rid of it so he gets the current hours right now. It's the stadium in the night. And yeah, basically that's it for this video, guys. You know, if we wanted to do the same now for Messi, we would have like to replicate all this code using just like regular objects, you know. But that's what we're gonna do in this next video. We are using classes, and you will see that if I wanted to do like this the exact same way now for Messi, I would have to duplicate all this code, and this is not good. You know, we don't want like to repeat ourselves too much. So in the next video, I'm gonna teach you guys how to use classes, you know, to not repeat everything, so you can inherit a lot of values. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you really like it, and if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about this project. I hope it was not like too difficult or something. Just let me know, because I can still do a lot more of these ones. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys.